Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and it's your boy KNX here for another quick tutorial for you guys. So I'm thinking that you liked a lot the other videos that I'm making, the other tutorials that I'm making, so I'm here to create another quick tutorial for you guys. And today I'm gonna show you how to create water in different four ways. So yeah, let's get straight into it and let's go to Blender. Alright guys, we are here in Blender and I'm gonna start with the first option or the first way to create water. So the first way to create water, it's super easy, super simple. You just need to click Shift A, add a cube. I'm gonna go to edit mode. I'm gonna click in this face, the top face. Okay guys, click and subdivide it. I'm gonna with 100 just to have more place to work. Okay guys, now I'm gonna add here a modifier. I'm gonna go in the front panel. I'm gonna choose here the displace. Okay guys, now we have the displace modifier, and now I'm gonna click in new to add a new texture. Okay guys, and go to strength. I'm gonna bring the strength to something like that. Go to the texture panel, change the type to clouds, and now we already have something going on. And I think that this we don't need to change a lot because we already have something really cool going on in our cube. And this is basically a way to create water in a cartoon style. Okay guys, and this is really cool to create. So this is the first way, and now I'm gonna just change a little bit these settings, something like that. Okay, and I'm gonna add here a new material. This new material, it's what we're gonna use. So now I'm gonna go to the shading panel. Now let's go to the roughness, bring this to 0. Let's go to the transmission and bring this to 1. Okay guys, let's use here the cycles render engine, and now we already have the water, the simple water in our render panel. Okay guys, this is super simple to create. Okay guys, so this is the first way, and now let's go to the second way. So guys, the second way, it's super easy. Okay guys, so we just need to add again another modifier, and right now we're gonna go to the physics panel and add an ocean modifier. Here, this ocean modifier will gonna turn our cube into a plane. Everything that you want, this will gonna turn into a plane, basically a UV sphere. You can see right here an UV sphere. I'm gonna use here the ocean modifier, and you can see that this turn our UV sphere into into a plane. Basically what is going on here is basically generating a plane and deleting our sphere. But if we deactivated this into our viewport, you can see that we now have our sphere. Basically this is changing our sphere to a plane. Now let's change a little bit the control. So let me bring the resolution to 15. The resolution is basically the texture of our waves. So basically with more resolution we have more realistic waves, basically like that. And let's go to the wave panel. Let's bring the size something like that, and just to get rid of these weird things going on right here, we can bring the sharpness to 0. Okay, and now we have our ocean created. Let's go and add here a material, super easy material, just like the water that we already created in the first option. So let's bring the reference to 0, transmission to 1, and now you can see that we already have our ocean working really cool in our render. Super easy, super fast. Let's go to the third option or third way. Alright guys, let's go and start our third option. Third option is super easy, but we're gonna need some nodes. So let's add here a plane. Okay, let me go to the edit mode and subdivide this to 100. I always use 100 to have more space to work. So now we're gonna add here in the shading panel a new material. Super easy. Okay, and now let's add here. First thing, we're gonna just delete this. We're gonna add here glass material. Okay, now we have our glass material, and now we're gonna add our noise texture. Let's add here a bump node. Okay guys, we're gonna need the bump to have waves. Let's connect this and noise texture to the height. Okay, now we have something going on, and let's click Ctrl T guys. We're gonna use the Ctrl T to add our texture coordinate and the mapping. The Ctrl T is basically a shortcut for an add-on that it's the Node Wrangler. If you don't have the Node Wrangler on, you can go over here, search Node Wrangler, and you just need to activate it right here, and now you are ready to continue the tutorial. So now we have our noise texture in our plane. You can see that we already have something going on in our plane and something like waves. So now what we just need is just add some distortion to our waves. Super easy. So let's go over here and add another noise texture. Let's add here an mix RGB. Okay, let's change this to multiply, just to multiply these two values. Alright, and now we just need to change the scale. Basically, I'm gonna bring this to 30, the scale, and bring this to something like 12. Alright, and now we have our simple and really fast ocean created. Super easy, and you can use this to create rivers, you can use this to create wherever you want. So yeah, this is basically the third way. And let's go to our last option or last way to create water. Alright guys, we are ready to the last way to create water. Super easy and super fast too. So basically the last way to create water is a way that you can use to create basically like a cartoon water. It's basically an upgrade of the first option that I've showed you guys in the start of this tutorial. So now it's basically doing the same thing, but I'm gonna just go over here, subdivide the face, the top face, something like 5 times, okay guys, and apply the scale. Okay, now we have applied the scale. Let's go to our sculpting panel. I'm gonna use the draw brush. Okay, create here some deformations, something like that. Alright, now we have our water and our waves done. So now we just need to go to our shading panel. What we're gonna do in the shading panel, it's basically add simple nodes to create our ocean. Basically you can use these nodes to create you can use these nodes for the first option that I showed you in the start of this tutorial, and or you can just go to the sculpting and add some waves, but I think that with the displace modifier it's more easily and you don't need to spend time sculpting your waves. So I recommended using the displace modifier for this, but I'm using here this the sculpting way because I'm trying to show you every single way that you can use to create water. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna delete our principal BSTF. I'm gonna add here a mix shader, okay, and I'm gonna add another mix shader for later. Plug this into the surface of our material output, and I'm gonna add here glass BSTF, a transparent BSTF2. Okay, now I'm gonna plug this mix shader to our volume. Okay, and I'm gonna plug here a volume absorption and a subsurface scattering. So let's search here subsurface scattering right over there, and let me change the color to something like that. Okay, and the really cool thing here is that you can use these nodes to add to the other nodes that I already explained to you guys to have more good looking water. Basically here I can add the noise texture, I can add the bump nodes, I can add here, let me just bring this right here, I'm gonna use the factor to the height and Ctrl T to bring the mapping and the texture coordinate nodes, and you'll see that we can use all of the nodes that we already used to have more good looking water. Now you can see that we have something really cool going on. And now if I go to the shading panel, or to the viewport shading, you can see that we have a really good looking water, super cool. And here, and you can use all the nodes in only one same thing. So I just left this way for the end to show you guys that you can use what you learn in one tutorial to add to other tutorial and to add to other tutorial, and you can create your own setup for a Notion using nodes that you have seen in other tutorials. So basically here I used nodes for the second or the third way, I don't remember, and here I used the nodes that for this fourth way. So basically I'm using here two setups of nodes in only one object. It's basically creating a really good looking water. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I hope you enjoyed learning a lot about water about how to create water in Blender, and I hope that you don't need to see 60 minutes of one tutorial for just learning these ways that I already explained to you in simple minutes. And that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe, click that subscribe button and click that like button guys. I'm trying to get to 100 subs in this month, so help me reach that number. And that's it, I see you in the next tutorial or next speed art. Bye guys.